Hello! Salutations, greetings. I'm Marge. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. And being a Hilk empath, I'm always feeling all kinds of ways. I'm one of them clariers. Skies are smoky today. The sun is red. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm pretty sure that the paths of the sun and the moon are on a different course. That maybe my spirit remembers, but it ain't been like this in a while. It was interesting. Mom and I were listening to Helen Reddy earlier. She passed away. She transitioned. Thank you for your service, Helen Reddy, for all the goodness and all the truth that you've spoken all the years that you were incarnate. And if our vibes ever combine and we ever pass, but I think they might, because she and I are close in frequency. And I thank you for your service and your love and kindness that you added. She was so smart. I was listening, so Mom and I were listening to that, and then we came out and we did the hair and stuff, and God, my mom's hair is black as day. I mean night. Mom's hair is so black. It is a trip, man. Her hair is so, she has freaking cool hair. I'm jamming out with them Thug's Mansion in my ear right now. That's what I'm listening to, Thug's Mansion. So if you want to open up another tab with listen to then you can listen along with me. So, and then I actually have done talks on Helen Reddy in the last couple years, because it was her that gave me the puzzle piece about Addison's disease. Addison's disease. That's when a lot of little babies, there's different versions, but the outcome is the same. The damage to endocrine systems they're the same, whether it's caused from alcohol fetal, because mom was a drunk or an addict, and then babies need the same thing mom needed, because they we just learn by absorption. And so when mom was pregnant with me, she was under a great deal of duress, under stress, and so I think it's more common. I think that babies are mostly preemie, because I think a lot of people that have babies, like stars and famous people and shit, it's all mad science. It's all putting it in a beaker and eggs and sperm and let's just see what comes out. They don't really know. Because they just add some freaking a little this and a little of that, and then let's enhance this and then you got all these inbred people going around, and it's just weird because they don't have like any spirit of God in them, so they just kind of go around and do whatever they want and live in this sinner lifestyle. So it was really interesting. I listened. So mom was on like legitimate bed rest, because they kept testing I guess my lungs were underdeveloped, so they put her on real strict like bed rest, and she had to. It was like month 10, it wasn't uncommon then. It was a lot more common then for women to carry babies to 10 months to that term. The thing of it is I was still only 6 pounds 4 ounces. They used to give me baths in little mixing bowls and stuff like that, and I don't know, I've seen like in dog rescue and stuff, little puppies and they're 6 pounds, and I was like, I can't believe I was that, I'm just like, wow, man, what I came from, man, I was just, wow. So I've always been stressed out, I've always been wound up, and then you got the freaking control freaks, the frequency of the jerks, the asshole, the maniacal, the dance puppet dance, do it just because I say, all the power play and shit like that. So I had to learn how to stick up for myself. I've always been surrounded by the biggest bullies, anybody's little sister, you done it. So I became a contender in a lot of ways. I like using my words best. I'm not a violent being. I'm not I'm one of those that people, they have, I say I have impulses. Like I get I get excited, I get, I just like, I get a lot of, I got a lot of energy, you know, and I know, God, looking at the climate of the world, I look around and all I see is people with impulse control issues. And mom, my whole life said, Marge, you need better learn to control your emotions, because if you don't, you're going to end up in the system, and the system's gonna. So it's taken me a long, long time. I don't even think of it as controlling my emotions, but acknowledging them and saying, okay, I see where you're coming from, emotions, but we're not going to let you rule the situation right now. What we're going to do is we're going to put you over there, and you can think about yourself. Let me get through the situation, and then we can process those emotions through later. But people, they just get themselves in sticky situations and then react. So I was listening to this interview just a minute before I started this talk with Helen. Share. Copy link. Copy link. Share copy link. Share copy link. Is it going to paste? Is it going to share? Is it gonna? Anyway, I shared a link, but it was from my other account, so who knows. Technology is so jacked up today all day long. It's just been weird. It's just been weird and bizarro world. Mom, even like about after we just finished brushing teeth and stuff, because it's like, it feels like it's like it was weird. The lighting was all weird. And I didn't even say anything, and she was like, "Man, the lighting is so weird in here. It's like we're in a different dimension." And I was like, "Mom, you ain't kidding, Ma. You ain't kidding." And I just have been like freaking feeling all floaty and freaking fluid, like whoa, oh, kind of like Anesthesia's astrology said, but I forgot I read that yesterday. So I did get to meditate state about 55 minutes today. That's what the number was when I came. Yeah, that was glorious. It was a glorious meditate state. And then I saw that Lily and Eden just put out a new one. Oh my goodness, see, we're going to start seeing, now they say that proof is in the pudding. We're going to start seeing who this... Oh, was I done with Helen Redding? She reminded me of Addison's disease. I shared that link with the interview. That's what I was going to talk about if it ever goes through. And if it doesn't, I'll just tell you what the interview is real quick. Because I like to observe people and and watch people and see how... and in this interview, the guy was like, so, what do you, she was doing, it was 1983, she was doing shows in Vegas, so that means the Brat Pack was around, and they're all a bunch of freaking sadists. I wonder how many bones are in the desert because of freaking the Brat Pack. Because they were all, they freaking were so in the juicy chrome and crap. Where am I? Anyway, so in this interview, did it go through there? There's the link. Go see for yourself, and then you can determine what you think about it yourself. But in this interview, the guy's asking her, like, didn't, he asked her about a story about, how, he asked her a story about how, I'm just spacing out right now. I'm not even doing anything about it. He was asking her a story. It's like it's like I got nothing. That's so weird. That hasn't happened in a long time. So I'm just supposed to receive. So I'm just going to take a minute and do that. I didn't invite God in. I'll do that. And maybe it will come back to me. I'll invite God in. I like to invite God into my talks, whether I'm doing them outside or I'm doing them in the house, because I want people to recognize that this is a place, you know, where none of that Lucy Fairy stuff is. No, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. No. And so, oh, she was telling a story about what's his name? Not Waylon Jennings. What's his freaking name? Braids. Hey, Squirrel, what's up? Oh God, there's two. Willie Nelson. What the freaking? That was like, I feel like freaking Witches of Eastwick when they were trying to remember his name and they couldn't. Cat, don't do it. I'm gonna put the cat inside. It's too tempting, buddy. It's too tempting. It's too tempting. You want to eat them? I know. If I were you, I want to eat them. And you're not doing it. What up, Squirrel? I like watching the. He's down here. He might jump across to this tree, or I think he just went across the back fence. Anyway, the dude like kissed her on the mouth in an interview, or the interviewer said, didn't whatever his face was, long braid guy, bandana guy, country western singer. I can't remember his name right now. I'm totally freaking on it, and there's so many distractions all day long. Focus, Marjo. And she's like, and he's, kids are so wonderful. They're always so well behaved and they're never brats and they never throw sticks in the streams at ducks and stuff like that. And their parents are always guiding and directing their behavior and constantly giving better examples of how to behave. When I was a kid, I never screamed. I never shrilled. No, not even flour. Not even the flour today. Not even too much flour today. I've been trying to ease off the flour because I knew that the energies were gonna be like this. Because that's how that's how I use energy. It's like, you know. Yeah, no, not even the flour. This is just Spacey Casey, Marge Spacey Casey. This is just. In Vedic, I'm Pisces. And I got Scorpio moon. And there's just so many transits right now. There's so many people just like. And I'm just one of them. I'm just the same frequency and vibration as them. Willie Nelson. Yeah. So Willie Nelson evidently on TV, live TV, walked up to her and gave her a freaking smooch right on her face. And the guy's like, didn't you just meet Willie Nelson? She's like, yeah. She's trying to keep her composure. You can clearly tell that she's uncomfortable. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, and he laid a kiss on you or something like that. He kissed. And she's like, yeah, on live television, and we had just met, you know. And I'm like, that's what egos do. That's what egos do. Egos do whatever they want to do, and this right now we're at the tail end of it. We're about to come in where people are like, do something. We're like more than 51% of the people on the planet do something just really stupid, and then have to sit in their incomprehensible demoralization, and then realize about who and what they actually are, and are they going to continue down this trajectory? Because there ain't no joy. There ain't no joy in the Lucy fairy tale. There's a lot of, you can, I was listening to, I was watching old pockets of, because he's been on for years, because I was in IT and all this stuff, and doing all, and the Air Force and all this stuff when we were in different parts in our life, but he had done all these talks, previously about how, the blue bloods, I call them the blue bloods, the colonists, the control freaks, the people eaters, the judiciary progress in Peters, they're so inbred. They're just like dog. I know about inbred because I know that's why I hate dog breeders. You're breeding animals and you do it so much, they're freaking DNA, and they're just, they don't live as long. They get all these freaking crazy cancers, but people have to have their glamour breeds. I don't believe there's too many animals on the planet on accident, and people breed on purpose, and and then they use that and then do all the animal testing, and all mine are beagle. They can't. I know the Animal Freedom Project. I know what they do. They cut off. It's just if a human being that was supposed to be the Earth's custodian. But what it did is it got greedy and it got sick and it wanted to hurt things and cut things up and see how things worked in a very gross, disgusting way. Things that you don't, because we don't have, it's none of our business. We don't need to know what an inside, we don't need to know. But people have, just let things live the course of their life, I mean, yeah, you get broken bones, but aren't there 3D printers now? Why can't you just, like, take an image of a dog's leg, make a 3D print, and, like, for dog broken bones and cat broken, like, make clips just like for people? Why aren't they doing that and stuff? But no, they're still doing surgeries and sutting and screwing and doing all this weird, it's just, they do too much for money and profit, and it's fun. They get all twisted up. How many people did you get to cut up today? I don't like when I meet other military people and the first thing they do is, did you see any action? And I'm like, I just saw the ramifications of the broken psyche of the 500 MEUs that came back, Marines came back after Operation Iraqi bullshit, that just had to sit in their shit and hang out in their tanks because the military left them there in a hangar. Just left them there to sit about and think about what they did. A couple weeks ago, they're getting laid, freaking hanging out with their friends, playing baseball, shit like this, and then, oh boy, swinging wieners, let's freaking bomb some shit. Why isn't anything of the Assange stuff on mainstream media? Nothing. See, when I was in the Air Force, it's all secured networks. Everything's all secure, supposedly, nothing's secure, And so they, people, they were passing around emails of freaking, these strikes that Assange, like, made known in WikiLeaks and stuff. They were, like, sending out, and I remember watching that video the first time. I remember where I was. I remember the computer system. They don't even use that same shop anymore for age. They moved it to a freaking bullshit dumb place. And, but watching that, where that pilot was freaking blowing up those civilians, and he was like he was playing video games, like it was fun, like, me, making jokes, and I'm just taking a moment for those people that guy was they were his, the civilians. They were just freaking, maybe they went to dinner, maybe they just got engaged, who knows? We'll never know the story. They were in their own country, minding their own business, and I'm hoping that these crimes against humanity are gonna come. I'm hoping that that's what DST's doing. I'm hoping that's what he's doing. I'm praying to God every day to shed the light on the freaking blue bloods and all the people that are all for money, because money matters more than people. That's how this shit. I got this shit today. This shit triggers me. This shit. Look at this. This is why people like my mom get less than $900 a month to live on, because they have to print this shit. These special handbooks. This is why they have billion-dollar budgets and it never gets to the people, because they're constantly... I know this because I knew a woman that was in charge of the mail-outs for Mutual of Omaha, and their budgets were in the millions just to send people for stuff like this. You know what I do with it? I go and put it in the bag where I collect dog shit, because it's garbage. Because none of this is for people. None of it. All of it is just, it's all for them to, do grammar, and it's all, look, what do I pay? She gets a check for $22 a month from this office. I think this costs more than $22 if she needs to go to the doctor. It's all shit, and this is the system that I don't care if it burns down or not. This is why I'm trying to promote myself and learn how. Hey, you want to pay me to come take pictures of your family events? I'd be glad to do it. You want me to help you with your IT shit? You want to set up your own private network? I will come and teach you how to do it, and then you can take what I teach you and go out and help other people do it and earn some own, I will take everything I learned in college, I will do Zoom classes, I will do in-person classes, no fucking mask allowed in my classes, and I will teach you all the ins and outs. I'm not a hacker. I'm an ethical act. I'm not a hacker, so I ain't in it. I'm not going to teach. It ain't your shit. You don't get to, and that's what this world is falling down, because people want to get other people's life kundalini force. They want to make joyful people sad. They want to make happy people mad, and they're winning. I watched part of that stuff last night. It's all reindeer games. Politics to me, reindeer games. It's all reindeer games. It's all made up. It's a circle of greed. It's all, it's all to keep people. $1,200 in 9 months. Really? That's what we get. Because everybody has it. Because all the people have a business that keep. They're the ones that got purged all the $1 billion bailouts and the loans and all this stuff. Because if I can't get a loan, I can't get a loan for nothing. And I took a $67,000 pay cut to become a stay-at-home, work-from-home daughter. And that's why I'm trying to do all these things to supplement my income. And then the fucking world closed up because some swinging dicks was like, we can make so much money on masks and toilet paper and all kinds of bullshit because these people are fucking idiots and they'll buy everything because they've been buying this freaking line of shit since freaking World War whatever. All to perpetuate the Lucy fairy tale. You can hear it in that interview with Carolyn Redding, man. She's such a smart woman. And I was 3 years old when I listened to that. So that is the vibe in me. I am woman, hear me roar, yeah. People are like, I think it's funny when people are trying to get my goat or like poke the bear or I don't know what they try to get a rise. People always try to get a rise out of me, and I'm just like, dude, maybe you'd get a rise out of me if you fucking didn't say the same thing that I've heard 1,000 times. I feel like I'm Roxanne with the 20 insults. That movie Roxanne. Oh, big nose. I'm like, that's it. And I'm like, what about this? And what about that? And aren't you going to make fun of this in me? And they're just like, what do you say to that? I just outdick the dick, I guess. The asshole, I just meet them where they are. I'm like, dude, if you're going to freaking insult me, at least do something I didn't hear the first time when I was 3 years old by my own parents. I mean, come on, if you're going to try and hurt me, at least talk about the zit on my forehead, because that might embarrass me a little bit more than whatever you freaking just pulled out of your lily loving that. So, I can't follow rest of you dogs. I might same flame. No, I misspoke. I used to think it was my same flame when I was freaking saturated and freaking doused in ego and stuff. I don't recognize her anymore. But if you go over to OB Dog Journey, that's the thing, is that's how I meet people. I find common interest. I loved Obi. She helped Obi lose 50 pounds several years back. She still has her page. I'm blocked as fuck. And we were just talking. We talked for a couple months back, and then I said, I speak in matter of facts, and then people put emotions on the things I say, and they're like, she said something like, why are you being mean? I'm like, I'm not, what? No, and I wouldn't take, and then I got blocked, so. But if you go over to tell Marge said hi. Hope the boys in Elska, or I never met the cat, but Hunter Dog and stuff. I'm on the back of the calendar. I mean my dogs are in her calendar because she used to put a calendar out. She probably will this year again. It's easy cash and stuff like that. But yeah, tell her I said hi. But that's because I freaking fell in love, and so I started, engaging on the page, and then she would engage back, and then we became friends, and then moved out to Oregon, and then she got real cold feet. I always am the guinea pig. I'm always the guinea pig. I'm always the one that it's just, I'm straight. I'm like, yeah, I'm the one that if you have any question about, if you're female and you want to, I'll take you out, and then you will be straight. So I called this talk Chitty 2 times, bang 2 times. Something like that, because of a movie I used to watch. Because I went, all this nefariousness is coming out with it, yeah. And I was listening to, I don't have my notes. Rasa Lisa Healing, Rusa. Anyway, he's a cool dude. Timothy. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he has really long hair too. He's a cool dude. He's balanced, man. He's smart. He's young. He's gifted. And he reminded me about all the like storylines where they freaking lure kids away, like the Pied Piper, and there was another one I can't remember right now. I wrote it in my notebook. And then I was like, that was Chitty. That's how I knew, because of how I was accosted and stuff like that at the age I was. It was around the same time that I watched that movie, and there was a kid catcher character in it. You should just check it out. It's really long. I gotta watch it like as an adult. I can't. There ain't no way I could sit and watch a 3-hour movie, or 2.5 or whatever, because they were long back then. They were freaking cinematic though. They were freaking rad. But you know, there's always these stories. They're all been trying to tell us about this stuff, you know. And the storyline is really bizarre too. And there's a character in there, the kid catcher, and that guy freaked me out. And I went down the rabbit hole and I looked up the actor and everything like that. And he was born like early 1900s, but on April 9th we had the same birthday. But he was, cause I've had so much trauma and so much freaking that like I see people that remind me of that feel like the people that did those things to me. My vibrational frequency picks up on it, of the kind of people that do those things, and they all have the same. They all do the same. They all wear the same. That's all. They're all redundant because of their programming, you know. Because you know, and so many of them are a lot of them are like the ones that are totally put together. You just think they're just the greatest guy, you know. They're tricky. They're tricky. Energies, and women too. Think they're just, this most stand-up, you know. That's why I tell people all of freaking how I'm such an asshole on here, because I don't ever want anyone to get the wrong idea that I am all freaking love and light, because I am Scorpio moon. And if you don't know what that means, go look it up. Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah, I like, it's fun but if ain't fun and plenty, I can shift energy real quick, you know. That's why I really try to keep it positive, because there's so much negativity in the world right now, man. People are suffering. They're reeling right now. Reeling, just waiting for a break, just waiting for just this Groundhog Day to end. Mine has been 3 years. I know other people's, there has been 5. I know other people, we're just stuck in this loop, and people, and the only way to get out of it is to heal your karma, is to heal your wounds, is to clear the wreckage of your past, is to go back and make amends for the way you freaking acted before, and just try to act different. I fight my anger every single day of my life. I fight it. I try. You know what? This Chitty Bang Bang song just came on. Can you hear it? You know, it's cool. It's like a 2-minute song. But if you freaking keep your feet moving with the fast tempo, you'll get your heart rate up enough, and it's a pretty good workout. It really is. Another one is Imagine Dragons. There's like I'll do that with music. I used to freaking run to the off string on a cross trainer for an hour on level 10. I could listen to the Offspring's Smash album like 1 and like a quarter times. 5 days a week, man. For 7 months I did that. Whatever I can do to get off this stupid weight management program. You know, so hated it. I hate redundance. I need different and change and new beginnings and stuff like that, you know? It's all I can do is give mom cuz mom likes the same. She likes the same. She likes the same food. She's the one that likes her black jeans. She has a blue sweater. It's comfortable for her. She has to be in familiar. So I try to keep everything as familiar as I buy. She's such a trooper, man. She deserves so much better. I'm like, Marge, I'm trying to manifest better for mom, you know. I mean, she freaking, she's going to be 7 years old. She had a stroke at 38, and we washed her hair in the backyard, you know, and that's ain't easy to do. And I just like, man, you know, mom, you are a tough old bird, mom. God willing, and the creek don't rise, I get to live to be as old as she is, and is healthy. She's healthy. She has the prettiest smile. She's just such a neat woman. Her hair is so black. Oh my gosh, look at this black hair. Look how black her hair is. Look how black her hair is. It's like her whole undercrown, but the top is really white. She's so cute. She's just freaking adorable. I could just watch her all day. That's why I had to learn to be good, because when I was a little girl, I couldn't see my face in her at all. I'm like, am I adopted like you, mom? Because she was adopted. And so she didn't look like her parents. And I just didn't see her because I couldn't see the feminine aspects of myself. Because I looked at the feminine aspects are the ones that were weak in her, and that's why she always got beat up. And if she just kept her mouth closed, then the men wouldn't hit her and stuff. But she just always had to go and pick and pick and pick, and then she'd get they get drunk and then beat the shit out of her, and then I'd have to come in and help. It's a lot of pressure for a young girl. So, but, you know, in the last few years when God said, no, you ain't going to go to work no more, and your work is to love on your mama. And so that's what I started doing. And her cognitive abilities her memory, love heals, man. Love heals. And that's what I'm like, okay, once I get her to a place, then I'll find my loving friends and they can come heal me. Because I always done it for too long. I'm like, I'll do everything by myself. I'm going to be so self-sufficient. Fuck you, and I don't need you, and you're a fucking idiot, and blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And then left myself in a very lonely, isolated place. And then what God also told me here is when I started meditating, because as I understand it, praying is speaking to God. And then meditate state is receiving the answers, you know, but you got to be willing to receive the answers, and you got to be willing to take the foot prayers, the action steps to get you to a better life. And every day I'm trying. Every day I'm trying. Without trying, the thing is I can try too hard. I can get on the phone. I can be that person that'll just call you over and over and over until you answer, and I'll leave a message, and I don't care because I got all day. I'll annoy the fuck out of people to get my way. But I also know that when people pressure me and bug me, I won't comply. And that's what we have, is a whole system of people with egos like me. Oh, you want me to do that? You know? And I'm talking about like most every personality of any DMV I've ever been to in my life. But in Omaha it was cool because you could just renew and shit online. But I don't know. But it doesn't matter because all these systems are coming down because they're unrealistic. People can't, with all the stuff that we're paying for other people. So the people that are making up the rules that don't follow the rules themselves, they can all make six figures. All these bureaucrats, they're working from home, doing high type of letter, I'll take a phone call, you know, and they're still making six figures. And then we, us poor people, are like, here's one check, direct deposit for $1,200. They don't count mom as my dependent. She's my dependent, but there's a loophole for that. There's a loophole I'm always the fucking loophole, man. That's why I'm like, hey, people want to send me money in PayPal, Vimeo, thank you. because evidently there ain't no system freaking. I tried, you know, the thing about this like social security and stuff like that, that's for Medicare, but it's a different tit on the same fucking fake cash cow. Is when I couldn't get, when it was determined like, okay, you can't leave mom, so okay, and then and then I was having issues with like my back and spine and stuff with the VA and stuff, and so I was like, well, maybe I can get Social Security disability, just, or like, you know, for a minute, right? My experience was that this is horse shit too. This is horse shit too. The Veterans United Home Loans. You're just, I never qualify for nothing. That's why I've always had to rely on the kindness of strangers, because if there's somebody in charge and there's a determination to make, they just look at my shit and go, nope, and I'm not even being a fucking victim. Especially if it's a guy that has any freaking, you know, has any, you know, issues with women, strong women. If they have mommy issues or anything like that, then they're just gonna fucking put me in my place like that. So my they wanted, I had, for my Social Security thing, I had to go speak to a doctor, and I thought that he was gonna be cool, you know. I don't know, because he had like Eastern medicine stuff on, and then I was like, okay, well, if he's into acupuncture. But then the thing of it is, the guy was like freaking, you know, my age, but he was like freaking really overweight, and I don't like, don't send me an overweight doctor, okay? Because I deserve, if I'm going to take care of myself and be healthy and do all the things that I've had to do in my life to stay fit, don't put, and then have a freaking unhealthy human being tell me about health, because they're just getting it from books and they don't got no personal experience. So don't send me to it. No, I want health, and I'm healthy for healthy. Okay? All right, thanks. In the future, and if I ever have to go, if you could get the, you know, I'm gonna, give me a healthy surgeon. Get out of here, you know, and don't be a drunk either, because they're all over the place, man. There's malpractice. Oh God, it's just rampant. So going off on a little tangent there. Definitely. That was The Wolves, Act 1 and 2. I hung out with 3 wolves this morning. Brady Curtis. That was cool. Yeah, that guy could talk for an hour. I'm like getting dry now. But I also know that when I'm done, I'm done. And then I think I might be done now. Or soon. Let's say hi. What's it going on in the talkie room? Too much flour. Yeah, no, not today. Yeah, I wish. That's the thing, is like, when the energies are like this is when I want to drink. This is like when I want to drink really bad. This is like when it's fun. Like, yeah, you know, and then call people and hang, and no. Yeah, see, and then, oh, it gets bad. So that's when I gotta, like, not do it, because all this stuff, and people that are drinking and stuff right now, I would not, don't drink, because less is so potent right now. Less is so potent. You left Tim. Why did you? I don't know who Tim Pulls is, but that's cool. I'm making. I like over at United or Divided We Fall. I'm gonna figure out. I know that guy. I know Brady and I have crossed paths, and he lived in Omaha. I know it. I want to narrow it down, because I was in so many circles in Omaha, and I was always downtown. And if he visited there, then I know we ran it, ended. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you find somebody else's shit, man, give it back. I don't understand. I was cool. I was at the parts store the other day, and the lady's like, she works at a grocery store too, and she was like, you know, she's like, I found $120 the other day, and then somebody came back, and then they'd lost it, and she gave it back to him, and I was like, dude, that could have been somebody's, like, you know, medicine money. That could, you know, God, just thank God for the people, the decent people that are stepping back and just knowing, hey, man, I can't live with myself if I'm gonna be a freaking d-bag and take from shit that doesn't belong to me. I can't do it. I can't live a godly, I can't even act like, oh, I'm a person of God, you know, and do what these people are doing. in the name of it. And I'm seeing so much fear, in the church, so much fear in all of these systems that have been corrupt for so. No, I won't drink. No, I'm not gonna drink. No, I have no. I want to. No. I play the tape through. I got like a list of people that I call before I do that. I got checks and balances, spiritual balances, and I got to meditate today. Well, and that's the thing is, I think that, and that's the thing is, you got to take the good with the bad, and what is good and bad. You know, what kind of behaviors can we gotta? It's every individual's personal constitution between them and their maker is like, what are we willing to not do? I was not willing to sacrifice the relationship and possibly my mother, because if she were to go into any kind of facility, she's been asking me since she had her, don't ever put me in one of those places. And I won't, Mom. I won't. I won't, Ma. You know, so I put her in one of those. She's already that. You know, some people call it self-proclaimed process. You know, you get an idea. I was talking to a young man earlier who was asking about the 27 Club, and I was like, you don't got to make it. And he's like, you know, and he had his feedback, and I was like, there are times when I thought I was gonna die. When I was 21, I was like, I'm never gonna make it to 30. Never. I'll be dead before I'm 30. Absolute no way. No. People don't like me. Like don't live. We don't got no reason to live. We don't got families. We don't got no reason. You know, we're just kind of wastoids. And then 30 came, and what happened was that was about the time I got sober, about 28. And so what happened is what the reality I took on is that old version of me, and those old ideas of me died. But that old version, those aspects of me that no longer were serving me, the egoic ones, you know, I found a couple of them back a couple years ago, and they morphed and grew and got nasty, but I got rid of them, you know, and I'm in pretty fit spiritual condition because I do my daily disciplines whether I want to or not. Spirituality isn't for those that need it, it's for those that want it. You gotta work for it. Now I got In Vogue. Women a cappella. I loved In Vogue for that. Nah, they were cool. They still are. Do they? That's rad. Oh, and that's cool. When when I was in Divided We Fall, because I would listen to him this morning, and then I'd go do stuff, and he'd come back, and he's still there, and I'd go do stuff, and I'd come back, and he's still. I was right on, which I like that. He's like, you know, hanging out with a buddy all throughout the day, and during it, there's other people in the chat, and there's like 10 people in his chat, and there's other people. It's like last night there was one dank young kid. He's good kid. He left the chat last night because he was gonna go hang out with his dad and watch TV, and he's like 19. So his dad's got to be my age, maybe older. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm old enough to have a 19-year-old a few times, a couple times. And then like today it was like someone was like, gotta go check on moms, and it was just like, oh, I came back and I just made mom breakfast, and I'm just like, you know, I've done videos about this 2 years ago. Like, we're really gonna have to start stepping up and help being the practitioners of our elders as well as our children. And I got all day, dude. There's so many ways. Community living, a lot of stuff I don't want to say here because I don't want to give nobody any ideas, and then I don't know, people like to misinterpret. Some things I want to. They're just better. We can. It's an offline thing. People want to know about it. All those ideas, I'd be glad to tell you. But you know, because the baby boomers, man, all the boomers, we got to take care of the boomers. They need to rest and just be good and have a good time. And because we can't be having a bunch of people freaking, you know, I saw my grandmother. I think she was tormented at the end of her life, and I want to help as many people. I don't care what they've done. I don't care as long as they want to step back into God and live for God, Christ, all that stuff for good, and just not like, nobody is past redemption. And I like to see that more in chats, when I see even on Good Dog, where people are just ripping people apart for the right reasons, is still ripping people apart. So you're still contributing to that lower vibrational frequency. And I just hear God go, "Vengeance is mine," and I'm like, "All right, that's it. Okay, dude, I won't take any." So that means I can't be mad at this person. I can't, even if they're, the most deceivious. I can't be mad at the people that have harmed me in my past. I can't be mad at the people that are mad at me for me harming them, because I could get hurt in that. Because I forgive everybody, I forgive. Why can't they forgive? Well, maybe you hurt their feeling. I'm like, well, I've had way worse, and that's ego stuff. And then I'm gonna go meditate because I'm thinking too much about myself, or I'm gonna better go reach out to somebody on the interwebs because I'm freaking thinking too much about myself. There was just an earthquake 7 minutes ago, a 5.1 in Westmoreland, California, 9 kilometers deep. That's shallow. Did you feel it, Aaron? Did you feel it? Did you feel it? I don't know. I'm guessing this is down by you, or maybe I'll have to look it up. It's all this Aquarius energy, man. Oceans are gonna shake. I think I already know the moon. The full moon's tonight, right? I wonder if I'm gonna try and get a couple pictures of that. I got a cool picture today. I'll post up on Instacrap later. We got Instacrap and Twatter. Of a spider rat. Well, I didn't go anywhere. I was gonna go up. I was gonna walk up. I didn't even have the energy. I felt like I was depleted all day long. And then circumstances changed. We had to do other stuff. But this was Benny being domineering. This is terrible animal behavior. This because he thinks he's the boss. But this is why he thinks the boss. He stands on me. I'm the boss of you, Marge. It used to be I'd grab him and I'd throw him over and I'd be like, "No, I would dominate you, Benny." Big face Benny. Oh, that's Mom's hair after I washed it. Because I was trying to show her how black it was, because she can't see back there. Here's the spider web that was on the side of the big red truck. It was freaking glorious. This spider is up here. All illuminated. They're just, because it's photosynthesis. They're getting freaking data too. You ever walk and like a web goes right across your eyes? I can't. I don't know how many times I've done it. I do it a lot, and it's spider season because it's fall. It's Scorpio season. It's kind of cool. So, anyway. Well, it's tomorrow. See, because that's the thing is Timothy. It depends on who you listen to, where they are in the country, what charts they're using, what software they're using. Are they using Median? Are they using, which system they're using? There are so many different variances. That's why I'm like, it's in this period. It's sometime between this period because it is for me. But I don't care enough. I know I can feel it. I feel the energy. I already know. It's an Aries full moon. And then on Halloween, we're going to have an Aries full moon sandwich. Blue moon. Aries blue full moon sandwich. The harvest moon. Whoa. Hang on to your kids, people. Hang on to your pets. Hang on to your cats. Because they're trying to freaking nab kids. They're trying to freaking take they try to take Joe Namath's freaking grandkid from inside his house, man. They are desperate for their juiciness, their juicy and their fixes. They are desperate. Kijin, thank you for that freaking talk today. I'm like, look, she got her fix. This woman got her fix. It's just all a business, and it's not even just that, but it's all these other drugs and all these other like nasty shit that goes along with the storyline of Oh, the artificial beauty and the cosmetics with the dog rescue, the nasty stuff they do on the dogs, and all the stuff that they do to sharks and all these other animals to get their essence. So ugly women that are ugly inside can do shit to act like they're pretty, but everybody knows they're ugly because of what they got to do that shit. It ain't pretty, man. It's disgusting. You like my shirt? It's from Firefly. It seems like I do this every time I wear this shirt. I have to show people it. It's a little tick. A little glitch in my own matrix. I love spiders. I've been wanting to clean. Like I wanted to clean today. I wanted to walk up and get fuel additive for the BRT. I didn't get no juice, and then I was like, "Well, I ain't going nowhere because I don't want to wreck the frickin' spider web." The good stuff happens in the dark too, though. That's the thing, is people can't just be like, hate I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It's just the nefarious have taken it too far, and so we got to reel things back and stand in our power of, like, no, you don't get to freaking do kids. You don't get to do kids. You don't get to freaking harm kids. You don't get to take kids away from their families where they feel safe and comfortable and loved, unless they are in those families that they're in danger. But it seems like they're those are the TV shows. That stuff don't really happen in real life, I don't think. Because I've known a lot of people in the foster, and they all have bad stories. I don't, and then I hear the other people that have, oh, I've always had foster kids. Well, I would love to have a conversation with those foster kids to get an idea of what they think you are. 'Cause kids don't lie. They're the closest thing to God's source because they just came from the source of God, out their mother's portal. Lack of a better terms, they just came from, their spirit just came from God's source through the vessel of their mother, and so they got all the answers, and they got all the joy, and they're supposed to teach us how to stay in it, and so we're supposed to always remember our inner child, so our inner child can remember what it's like to be young and joyful and just loving, because society makes it so that is all stripped away. And then you just do harm, and it's all about money and profits and third quarter earnings, and there is no spirit. There's no spirit in any of that. None to be had. None. And people are coming back into their spirit right now because they're getting quiet and they're listening and they're receiving. Or they're getting their demons and they're receiving their orders from their self-serving, egoic, dark gods, and they're going to start living more for those. But hopefully the light workers will come out more and step more into their own power and not stand for that shit, is what I'm hoping for. They're trying to demonize the Q-birds, and I'm just like, oh yeah, demonize us that don't want people to do kids and eat kids, and pay these nasty systems. Like, God, Las Vegas, and the whole entertainment industry is just all so much, and it's just all for the Lucy fairy tale. All of it was. All of it. And so now we're the new entertainment. See? We're the new entertainment. I'll do a variety show. I would love to. I've been watching variety shows since 1974. 5. Since I was born. I'm just receiving data. I've always been in front of a screen, and the thing of it is, my spirit has looked at my life as a screen because I've had traumas, so I know that if really serious shit happens, I get through the situation, and then I need to have people come in and help me triage and put all the parts back together and process through things. Because some of us have had a lot. Some of us haven't, but some of us are gonna, or those that haven't had any, you're gonna get your taste of I don't, it's just, it'll be, and maybe it won't be like but everybody's even got, I just think about how many people have never even come up on a gnarly car accident or something like that. And I remember having to go bring the light all out to the freaking cop shack when that young kid It was like his second shift on duty. He was a cop. Freaking turned his old firearm on the stream of blood. It was like still. Too many people are hurt. You know, I remember in Tila, the young woman I knew in 2000, there was all barricaded off. You couldn't go across the Shasta Dam. All this bullshit, high threat, you know, bullshit, instilling fear, horse shit, and she snuck past the guards and everything, and swan dive off the face of the Shasta Dam. They found her like 3 days later, naked, up the, you know, and it's just like I've always seen the desperation of people, and it's just like, just I can help raise people out of that, because a lot of that stuff is people have demons in them. They got demons, they got literal demons attached to them, like hurts. That's a demon. When you still sit in the hurt of that's why I don't hang on to the hurt of the shit that happened to me. I don't get sad and I'm like get traumatized. I think about it as in like a story. I don't even vibrationally. Every 7 years, we're on a cellular level. We aren't the same people. We get new cells. We get new hair. We're physically not. I mean, we're all matter anyway. It's all energy. We're all just people are just figuring out their superpowers and stuff. And wait till I drop shit all the time. I don't know. Always dropping. Yeah, I'm so clumsy. It's because I defy gravity. I'm so, you know. But I'm really good. I have really quick reflexes too because I've always been so clumsy. So I've always had to like catch myself, and a lot of times I haven't, and I've learned lessons from that too. You know, never, if a plastic bowl is falling, never drop the glass bowl in your hand to catch the plastic bowl. Let the plastic bowl fall because it won't break. The glass bowl will. And it might hit a shelf and send a shard of glass down your hand and cause you to need 6 stitches in a really hard place to put stitches. Then you might be a little gimpy pinky when you get older because you drop the glass bowl for the plastic bowl. These are little life lessons. I'm just like, it's how they're gonna get you. So that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a right evening. Peace. Tomorrow is Jesse's Thursday. Jesse's a motor Thursday on the Dark Outpost. I hope to see you in the chat room. And maybe sometime I'll see you in the chat room over at Brady's too. And maybe he'll be there when we figure out where it was that we met. Because I know. He said it first. He's like, Marge, I watched your video and I know we've met before. And then today, that was like 2 days ago. And then today, he said he lived in Omaha. And I was like, alright, we're going to get to the bottom of this Scooby mystery. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.